Well, good evening or afternoon or wherever you're at. It's great to have each and everyone that tune in here to Ultimate Dirt TV for the Miller Family Trucking. Week 2 of Season 12 for the Dirt Street Stocks. Going to be a great night here at the Speedway on a Super Sunday Fun Day here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, the World of Thunder Esports League broadcast. 4 of them tonight. And oh boy, Alex Robinson, we're here at Limaland, and it's going to be tight quarters racing.
Oh yeah, this tight little bull ring, it's going to be interesting to see, especially with the street stocks here. These cars, when the track gets slick, the racing gets 10 times better, I think. And it's going to be one of those, I can't wait to see feature event when that track gets slick, because there's going to be multiple lines here on this track.
Yes, there will. So we'll have to see what happens with him. Is Jordan Gage right now quick on qualifying on the track right now is Carl Kilgore. Carl Kilgore, as now Stephen Moore goes to quick time. Kilgore working her up there against the Crete down there in turn 3 and 4. As last week, what a great show we had for week number 1. As we move on to heat race number 2, or not heat race number 2, but week number 2 of the season 12 here, Miller Family Trucking. Apologize if I sound a little out of it. I still believe that I am full of carbon monoxide from the 2 days of being capacitated inside for the Battle of the Warren.
Oh, yeah, but you said about Carl Kilgore, last week's winner there, so he pulled one of the biggest upsets there as he had Alex Bergeron on his tail, but he pulled an upset, and as you see, Alex Bergeron is only sitting 17th quick here in qualifying, so who knows? Maybe we have another upset here. Davin Cardwell second quick, but you might have a William Hargraves, a Jordan Gage, one of these underdog stories, pulling a rabbit out of a hat and upsetting some of these bigger names.
We could happen. We've seen it, so we'll see what happens here today at Limaland. Of course, like we said, tight quarters racing here on the Miller Family Farms. Trucking, the Miller Family Trucking Dirt Street Stocks. Of course, Stephen Moore right now, your quick time qualifier, as there's just about 8 minutes left, or 8 seconds, excuse me, or if I could do the math, about 10 seconds left now in qualifying. Of course, I thank all of our great sponsors. You see them clicking across the top of the screen. That is a roll there. All of our Ultimate Dirt TV sponsors on the right side or the left side, and our World of Thunder Esports League series sponsors over there on the right-hand side. So qualifying is up, Alex, and we are ready for heat race number 1.
As you see there, Stephen Moore goes quick time. Davin Cardwell, Kyle Surratt, and Jordan Gage. They will be on the pole for our 4 heat race, and then William Hargraves will round out that top 5. Heat race number 1, it is time. Let's go. I'm excited.
Oh, it's going to be a Jim Dandy. Taking a look, Stephen Moore, 73 on the pole. To his outside, William Hargraves is 77.
Row number 2 on the inside, the 60. It's Josh Peacock. Outside, Wolf Racing, the 21. It is Blake Depanay.
There we go to row number 2 to row number 3. It's Alex Bergeron in the 12 car out of Canada, and Tony Hobbs in the 33 driving for NFG Motorsports.
7th, Mid-South Dirt Slingers, the 909. It's Jonathan Wiley. Outside of him, the 4. It's Steven Turbeville.
Taking a look at your final row, it is Korkanowski there on the 40 machine, and then it will be the 10th place starter, Michael Hines there, or Heinze, in the 5 car. There we go. Tim Korkanowski there in the 40 machine. There's your cars and stars, Alex. Heat race number 1 getting ready to come to the green flag here momentarily.
So the one thing to realize here, Alex Bergeron starting in row number 3. Not the best qualifying time for him here tonight, but he's one of those cars. I think he's one of only a handful of drivers that have a chance of going 4 for 4 in feature events this season of World of Thunder. And him starting back, it's going to put a little damper. He's going to have to get through this heat race first, and he's got to climb 3 spots to do it. Pace truck in, though. Here we go. Green flag is out. Stephen Moore off to a good jump there as Hargraves and Peacock, they're side by side for second early on.
Moore down the back straightaway. You see Hargrave and Peacock's back there working for 2 and 3. Right behind him is Alex Bergeron. They'll work off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Battle on for the number 2 spot. Hang on. Got one a little crossed up. 71 of Hargraves here. Now Bergeron, as he goes third, they fan him 3 deep in behind him as they work down into turn number 3.
Bergeron already up to that third spot. You see Depanay, Hobbs, Peacock, they're all battling for that fourth spot. Depanay has it at the start-finish line. He's in fourth. Hobbs and Peacock now they're side by side for the fifth spot as Bergeron looking to come after Hargraves and more.
Down the back straightaway. Look at this side-by-side action getting down there into turn number 3 and 4. Fourth on back is up for grabs. You got Depanay, Hobbs, and Peacock right there working that. They'll fan it in there 3 wide off of 2 and down the back straightaway. Still there, your race leader is Stephen Moore.
Moore out in front. Hargraves in that second spot. Bergeron holds on to the final transfer spot through to the feature event. Depanay, Peacock, they're battling for good starting spots in a B main or a C main here. So this still battle heats up here as Peacock and Hobbs, they're battling for fifth. Depanay, though, he's losing some time and they're catching up to him real quick.
As you said right there, that 61 machine, of course, which is Josh Peacock, which is a 60 on your timers. There on the right or left side is down the back straightaway. 33 of Tony Hobbs. These guys are racing for a better B main starting spot. Of course, Steve Moore, William Hargraves, and Alex Bergeron out there, your top 3.
Stephen Moore has some company. There's William Hargraves, tried to sneak to the inside of him. White flag going to come out this time by UC Moore. Hargraves running the same line. Hargraves right on the back bumper. White flag out here in heat race number 1.
Off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. White flag waving. Steve Moore, William Hargraves, Alex Bergeron working into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag. Alex going to be coming on out. Stephen Moore with the win. William Hargraves, Alex Bergeron, your top 3.
So there it is. We're going to look to see the final result, the official results here. And it's going to be Stephen Moore, William Hargraves, and Alex Bergeron. They're going on to the show. Blake Depanay finishes in that 4th spot. He'll start on the pole of the B main. Then it's Peacock, Hobbs, Turbeville, Wiley, Korkowski, and Heinz. That's your 10 cars. Heat race number 2.
Heat 2 coming to the racetrack. We will see Davin Cardwell, the 101, and James Massey on the 2.
Row number 2 on the inside, the 17. Last week's winner, it's Carl Kilgore. Outside Mid-South Dirt Slingers, the 92. It's Corey Austin.
Looking at row number 3 to the inside, Mike Augustine in the 340 into his outside, Keaton Holder in the 71.
7th, the 32, it is Trevor Mattingly. Outside of him, Jack Weaver, the 34 from Mid-South Dirt Slingers.
Taking a look at our final 2 starters, it'll be Travis Breitzer there in the 109 and Ryan Underwood in the 43. So those are your cars and stars for heat race number 2.
46 machine of Ryan Underwood missed last week, so tonight is his season debut here in the Super Stocks. So it's going to be one of those. Keep an eye on him starting in that 10th spot. He's got a long way to go to get into one of these transfer spots, and he's got a lot of competition in between him and that 3rd spot.
We will, like you said, watch that. There are a lot of heavy hitters here in the Miller Family Trucking Dirt Street Stocks. Season 12 underway as we go to week 2, like we talked about here, Alex, and just a beautiful little racetrack. I want to go to this place. It's just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, around a farm, and it's my kind of place. As the green flag comes out, we'll race off at turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Davin Cardwell going to take that machine to the race lead.
As Davin Cardwell out in front, you see Massey, Kilgore. They're side by side. Kilgore on the bottom, Massey up top. Those two battling for the 2nd spot. All 3 of these cars up front in a transfer spot. But here comes Austin. Here comes Augustine. Those 2 battling for that 4th spot.
Kilgore down there around the bottom side. Like we said, feature winner last Sunday afternoon. Down the back straightaway, net on the front straightaway. Corey Austin coming to work. Mike Augustine there in the 340, which I believe is a 72 car. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Still Cardwell, Massey, Kilgore top 3.
Davin Cardwell out in front, but here comes Corey Austin coming after Massey for that 3rd spot. Austin going to duck to the inside. Massey gets a little bit over the cushion, slows him down. They're side-by-side drag race down the back straightaway. Massey goes up top. Austin there as here comes Ryan Underwood. Underwood puts a slider on Augustine as now Underwood battling for 5th.
You see him, Underwood, up there as he works on Augustine, the 72. Also there, Jamie Massey and the Deuce as they race down the back straightaway, following Corey Austin, that 3rd transfer spot. Awesome contacts made there from the 2 of Massey as they work down the front straightaway. It'll still be your race leader, though. Davin Cardwell in the 101. 3 wide off of turn number 2.
3 wide, and there, look at the run Ryan Underwood got. He's coming now after Mike Augustine. Corey Austin, those two battling for transfer. Contact between Austin and Augustine. Austin still has it at the line as it's Austin, Augustine. They're battling for that 3rd spot. Austin gets the run off the corner to hold it still. But here comes Augustine once more to the bottom. He's going to slide up in front. The battle for 3rd is on, and white flag is out.
Augustine looking for it, and it's Corey Austin with it. They'll race off a 2 and down the back straightaway. 46 Underwood back there watching that there's contact made as they work down into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag will come out. It'll be Davin Cardwell with the win. Kilgore and Austin, your top 3 across the stripe. Is that one got pretty slicey and dicey for about 3rd on back. So we'll see how they scored this one out as we see it. Cardwell, Kilgore, Austin, Augustine, Underwood, Massey, Mattingly, Holder, Weaver, and Bites are your 10th place finisher. Heat 3 coming on out of your Miller Family Trucking Dirt Street Stocks. It'll be Kyle Surratt there in the 18, Sage Luther in the 26. They go to row number 1.
Row number 2 inside Mid-South Dirt Slingers, the 34. It's Bill Miller outside. Drew Hopkins Racing, 49 entry. It's Chase Hardy.
It'll be the 789 of Garrett Marshall. Into the outside of row number 3, it'll be Jacob McCoy in the 14.
7th, the 999 Mid-South Dirt Slingers. It's Corey Sibley outside. It's Benjamin Turbeville from Vanderpool Racing in the 05. Rounding out the field, it's Drew Corbett in the 25.
There we go. Those are your 9 cars getting ready to go to heat race number 3. So pace truck going to pull off here just momentarily as they work off a 2 and down the back straightaway. Is your front row Kyle Surratt and Sage Luther. Alex, we're looking for the green.
Pace truck in, there it is. Look at the run. Surratt got out of the corner. He takes us into turn 1 and 2. Bill Miller goes right to the inside of Hardy. Hardy now goes 3 wide for second momentarily. Miller has him by a nose. Miller in second. Here comes Luther. Here comes Hardy. The battle for second place and more is on. Contact going back there. Corey Sibley going around.
Sibley goes around as we stay clean at green. Look at this 4 wide battle or 3 wide battle. 4 cars battling down the back straightaway for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It will be Chase Hardy, the 49 machine, right there in the number 3 spot, or that's the 116. As we go to the caution flag, yellow out. We'll take a quick look at the replay here, apparently. So Sibley was your caution car as he gets a little bit of a bump to the rump, slam to the ham. Kind of a double. I got the 2-for-1 special as around he goes there in the 999 machine.
One thing to note about the straight stocks is it's not like the sprint cars and stuff where there's 1 gear. Here they got to downshift a lot, and by the time they downshift to put it in reverse, that brings out a caution really easily there. So you saw him stop dead in the middle there. So that's what the caution was out for, because he was off the track, but then he was stopped.
Yes, he was. So as they work him on around under the caution flag,
truck is off. Green flag back out. Surratt gets another good run here. That's going to be Surratt, Miller, Hardy. That's your top 3. Hardy goes to the bottom of Miller. They're side by side for second. Surratt out in front, though. Miller goes to the top side. Hardy goes to the bottom. Here comes Hardy. Going to slide up in front. Split him there. Chops the nose a little bit on Miller.
Work him down there. Hardy goes around problems. The caution flag is out. Yellow's out as there was a ton of contact that time off of turn number 4. So we'll see how this one lays out. Watching the replay here. As Hardy lays it in there, slides it across, did not clear, Sage Luther in the 26. He's going to be our caution, I believe, as, like we said, Hardy came across the snoot, did not have him cleared. makes contact. He goes up the hill, and, well, from there on, chaos ensues. Look at this. Here comes the slide with too many condiments on it. Too many condiments on that slider, and when it does, the old meat slides out of the bun, and when that happens, everybody else has to pay for it.
So now we're going to have a little mixed match here, as that's going to put Chase Hardy into a D or C main tonight. So a tough break for the 49 for Drew Hopkins Racing. He's going to have to go to the consolation. That's going to put, who is it, Garrett Marshall into that third final transfer spot.
Yes, it will. We'll watch and see what happens here as the green flag getting ready to go on back. It is up. It is out. And it will be Kyle Surratt, your race leader. Bill Miller working there to the number 2 spot. Garrett Marshall, the 789, followed by Jacob McCoy. Remember, top 3 cars go to the feature. They'll hustle off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Still Kyle Surratt, your race leader.
Kyle Surratt there on the top side. Miller trying to sneak his nose on the bottom. Surratt going to have the run, though. Kyle Surratt going to go up to the top of the cushion once more. You see Marshall there trying to test that slick out, see if he can get a run, but he's going to sit there comfortably in that third spot.
Yes, he works it on back there to third. Fourth right now is Jacob McCoy, all chrome back there. Is the top 3 breaking away, looking to make this one an easy one for them. Kyle Surratt, Bill Miller, Garrett Marshall. That is your top 3 as they work down to the white flag and 1 to go.
White flag out. Surratt there almost had some competition. Miller tried to sneak to the inside. Surratt going to block the slider there. Run his own little slider line, and the 18 of Kyle Surratt takes home heat race number 3. Bill Miller in second. Garrett Marshall comes home in the third spot.
Great heat race number 3 as it gets ready to pull off the racetrack. We'll take a look at the results here, Alex. It'll be Kyle Surratt, Bill Miller, Garrett Marshall punching their ticket to the A main. McCoy, Turbeville, then it'll be Luther, Sibley, Corbett, and Hardy rounding into the field. Heat 2 to hero. Heat 4 getting ready to come to the racetrack. It'll be Jordan Gage on the third tier, riding behind the wheel of the 13, and Daniel Stifler on the 077.
Row number 2 inside the 23. Drew Hopkins Racing entry. It's Ethan Toder. Outside of him, the 78. It's Steven Redunes.
Then we'll see Matt Walter in the 42 and Dixon Slinger on driving the 51.
7th in the 91, it's David Campbell. Outside of him, the 22, Mid-South Dirt Slingers, it's Brandon Weeks. And rounding out the field, the 76 machine, it's Ryan Bowserman.
Those are your 9 starters getting ready to go to the green flag.
And the one thing always to keep your eye on, if you watch throughout these heat races, the battle for the 4th spot has been the most battle to watch throughout the first 3 heat races, because that puts you on the front 2 rows for your B main, and that's going to put you in a comfortable spot to try and make the A main. But pace truck is off. David Stifler, Jordan Gage, green flag is out. Heat race number 4.
Down the front straightaway, 8 laps of distance. Green flag is out. It'll be Jordan Gage to the race lead. Stifler, Toder, Walters. Now Walters gets there as you see it. Redunes up into the number 4 spot. Slinger back to 5th. Toder got bumped on back into the the final spot as they race him on down the front straightaway.
As Ethan Toder had some contact there with Dan Stifler, and Toder got the worst end of it, and that put him back in the 9th. Stifler in the 2nd spot. Matt Walter in the 3rd spot right now, but here comes Slinger. Here comes Redunes. Here comes Campbell. They're all looking for a better spot as here comes Slinger to the inside.
Slinger downstairs. Look at this. The 51 going to sling it onto the top of the racetrack. The 42 of Matt Walter. Walter now he's going to pull the crossover move, go to the cushion. Got the 91 around back there deeper in the field. Dave Campbell. But this battle for 3rd, Alex, is going to heat up. They are back and forth, but we come to the yellow flag.
So the yellow flag is out. There's David Campbell. Let's see what happens here. Then the 91 car go contact with the 78. Then push some more contact, and the 91 going to go for a ride.
Exactly, and just enough of a stoppage on the car to bring the caution flag out. So that's going to move Campbell in the 91 deep to the field. So Jordan Gage is your leader. Daniel Stifler second. Matt Walter is third as we look to round up. Of course, just coming into the front half, or almost to the back half of the heat race here. Coming off of turn number 4, greens up or underway.
So green flag out, Jordan Gage off to the jump, but here comes Stifler. They're side by side. This is a battle, as you see 3 wide back there for the 4th spot, which Matt Walters still holds on to. And Brendan Weeks and Ethan Toder. Toder's back in the 6th as he's battling. Oh, Toder gets more contact.
Down into turn number 1 and 2. Look at this. Gage, Stifler, Slinger. That's your top 3. Now Gage back to the outside. Stifler back on the bottom of the 71. They'll work 2 wide off of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Stifler to the race lead.
Dan Stifler in the lead right now, going right through the middle of the track. There's Jordan Gage up top. Here comes the 51 machine of Dixon Slinger. Slinger going to go to the top. Gage going to go to the bottom. He's side by side for the lead one more time as he tries to battle with Stifler. Here comes Weeks, trying to go after Slinger.
Weeks and Slinger back there. It's still Stifler and Gage battling out for the race lead. Stifler, your race leader. Jordan Gage right on in behind him. Now Gage will drive to the bottom side as they work side by side down the front straightaway.
There comes Jordan Gage trying to make a move on Stifler. Stifler going to block it there, go to the top. Stifler going to go to the top one more time through 3 and 4. Gage has one more chance to make a move. It's going to be a drag race to the finish line. And Dan Stifler's going to take home heat race number 4. Jordan Gage in 2nd. Dixon Slinger in 3rd. And what the heck is going on back there?
A couple guys were just crashing. They didn't want to finish. Take a look here. Weeks and Toder coming together. They're coming to the checkered. Take a look at your results here momentarily, as I believe we're waiting for everybody to cross on a line. Here we go. Stifler, Gage, Slinger, Walter Campbell, Bosserman, Radunes, Weeks, and Toder. Alex, it's time to go to a B main.
Actually, we got a C main first.
C main, yes. So here we go to be Ryan Bosserman, 76 on the pole, and Steven Turbeville in the 4 to the outside.
Number 2 inside the 32, it's Trevor Mattingly. Outside Mid-South Dirt Slingers to 999, Corey Sibley.
Row number 3, it'll be Steve Radunes in the 78 machine, and Jonathan Wiley there on the 909.
7th to 71, pay to win. It's Keaton Holder. Outside Corbett Motorsports, it's Drew Corbett in the 25.
Going to the next row, it'll be Brandon Weeks in the 22, and Timothy Korkanowski in the 40 machine.
Jack Weaver will start in the 11th spot. Outside, Drew Hopkins racing the 49. It's Chase Hardy.
And we'll see Ethan Toder in the 23, Michael Hinsey on the 5, and Travis Beertzer in the 109, rounding out the field.
So as we see, we have 15 cars. Top 4 go on. So for a lot of these guys, it'll be pack it up and see it for the sprint cars. And man, look at the talent that's sitting here in this C main, so it's going to be interesting. Pace truck is off, green flag is out, C main is underway.
C main underway, watch him deep in the field. Like we said, top 4 going to move on into the B main. Down the back straightaway, it is still racing for the lead. Ryan Bosserman, Trevor Mattingly, Steven Turbeville. That's your top 3 down the front straightaway. They'll fan it out 3 wide getting into turn number 1.
And the first caution of the C main is out. Gonna see here what has happened, as it's gonna be Jonathan Wiley. So there's Jonathan Wiley going backwards. So let's take a little, there we go, back trip it a little bit here. There's Wiley going up over the cushion, and oh man, just going to come down the trap, chop the nose, and here he goes for a spin. Now Wiley has parked it, so his C main is done for the night. His night is over, but right now it is still Turboville. Just 1 second. The scoring tower, making sure everyone's going through, and it's back. Turboville, Mattingly, and Sibley. That's your top 4 right now, but there's Radunes, Holder, Weeks. Those guys are right there in striking distance. Pace truck in, green flag coming back out.
Green's out. We'll race him on down the front straightaway. It will be that 76 machine on out front. They hustle him down the back straightaway. Oh boy, gonna get a little touch and go back there for 2, 3, and 4. Remember these front 4, you got to be easy on each other because you're going to the B main. If you take each other out, you're going on to tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Boserman, your race leader. Trevor Mattingly, Stephen Turbeville, Corey Sibley, your top 4 down the back straightaway.
As you see there, the battle for the lead is on. Bowserman, Mattingly, they're side by side at the drag strip there. Here comes Turbeville. Turbeville coming for him there as you see Toter and Hardy. They're struggling right now. They're sitting 9th and 10th as they're not on the move yet. But look at this battle as these 3 cars are on the move straight for the start-finish line.
Down the front straightaway, still 2 by 2 rows of 2 behind. There is your leader, the 76, or excuse me, Tyler Mattingly, the 32, your leader, the 76 of Ryan Bowserman. Into the number 2 spot. Oh, about crossed it on up. Watch the 78. Steve Radunes trying to race his way from deep in the field.
There comes Steven Turbeville to the outside of Bowserman. They're side by side for second. You see they're side by side for fourth. The Radunes, Sibley, they're battling out. Oh man, there goes Bowserman. Bowserman trying to save it. As you see, we got a new top 3 in there. As Radunes now in the 3rd spot. Sibley battling with teammate Weeks for the 4th spot.
Down the back straight of Radunes, they're looking. Of course, Corey Sibley, he was in one of the early incidents as they work on down the front straightaway. Watch him there. Teammates, as you said, working side by side. Corey Sibley, Brandon Weeks there. Radunes right there in the 78-1 spot, incomfortable as he sits 3rd. 2nd is Turbeville, and then, of course, is Trevor Mattingly, your race leader. Great battle back here for the transfer.
As you see, Weeks, Sibley, they're battling side by side. They're catching up to Radunes right now, running the bottom side. There comes a run by Weeks. He has him by a nose down the back straightaway. Gonna get right under there of Radunes. Weeks trying to make one more move. Sibley on the outside. Trevor Mattingly takes home C-main win as Turbeville in 2nd, Radunes in 3rd, and it looks like Brendan Weeks gonna come home in 4th.
There it is. 4 cars moving on to your B main. B main coming up here just momentarily. We'll take a look at our finishing order for our C-main. Mattingly, Turbeville, Radunes, and Weeks moving on to the back half of this one. Then it'll be Sibley, Holder, Toter, Weaver, Heinze, Bowserman, Biertzer, Hardy, Roubaix, Korkanowski, and Willie, all moving to next week. B-main, Blake Debonet, 21 on the pole. Mike Augustine to the outside to 340.
3rd, it's going to be the 14 McCoy brothers. It's Jacob McCoy. Outside of him, mid-south 3rd, Slingers 42. It's Matt Walter.
Going to row number 3, it'll be Josh Peacock, the 60 machine, and Ryan Underwood, the 46 to the outside.
7th, Vanderpool Racing. It's Benjamin Turbeville. Outside of him, David Campbell in the 91.
Then we go to row number 5. It'll be Tony Hobbs in the 33 and Jamie Massey in the 2.
11th will be Sage Luther. Outside of him, the C-main winner, the 32. It's Trevor Mattingly.
Then we will see Stephen Turbeville in the 4. Steve Radunes in the 78 and Brennan Weeks in the 22.
Go 12 laps, 12 advance. So right now, Sage Luther starting in that final transfer spot. So you see you have Turbeville, Radunes. Wait a minute. Turbeville, Radunes, and Weeks. Those 3 are on the outside looking in. Green flag out here as you see a lot of contact mid-pack already. Debonet goes to the top. Here comes Augustine to the bottom. They're side by side for the lead. They're 3 wide for 3rd.
Down the back straightaway, Debonet and Augustine working side by side to 21 and the 72. They work off a 2 down the front straight, off a 4 down the front straightaway. Look at this, here comes The battle back there is you've got Peacock in third. Down around the bottom is Jake McCoy. Ryan Underwood, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Contact. Somebody's got to give. If they don't, they're all going to crash it up, and everybody going to race those machines off of turn number 4. Great battle for the 4th spot.
Ryan Underwood holds the 4th spot right now, but here comes McCoy. Here comes Walter. Oh, man, Depine having some problems. He's in the 3rd spot. Here comes Underwood to the inside of Depine. They're 3 wide once more for that 2nd spot. And it's going to be Peacock coming to the drag strip there. He's holding on to 2nd. Depine in 3rd. Underwood going to go right to the top side now and try and get past Depine.
Down the back straightaway, Augustine, Peacock, Debonay, and Underwood. That is your top 4. They'll work off a turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Augustine, Peacock, Debonay, Underwood is, excuse me, here we see this great battle back here. It'll be Matt Walter and Jacob McCoy in the 14, working the deuce of Jamie Massey.
Walter in the 5th spot now. McCoy, and look back, it's Turbeville in the 12th spot, but he's battling Benjamin Turbeville now on the outside looking in. As look at this battle for the 12th spot and more. They're all battling out here, looking to go on to the A main. Here's Brennan Weeks. There's Turbeville's and Radoons, Hobbs. They're all battling now for transfers.
That 4th place is going to be up for grabs. Down the front straightaway they go. It will be Walters, Massey, and McCoy. They are 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, and 3 looking out. Augustine, Peacock, Underwood, and Debonay still in the show as they work them on down the front straightaway.
Look at all these battles throughout this racetrack. They're 2x2, multiple places here on the track. Luther, Radoons, Mattingly, they're battling out. Then you look up a little bit further, Underwood into the 3rd spot now as Mike Augustine, 1 second, there's Mike Augustine. Mike Augustine battling with Peacock. He's battling for the lead, but here comes Underwood. Here comes Debonay. They're trying to make a run for the leader. Mike Augustine going to slide up. He holds on. Oh, man, that almost was dangerous.
Some checking and wrecking about ready to happen. I apologize. Top 12 moving on. Top 12 moving on. As I said 4 earlier, that was from the last race. It'll be Augustine, Peacock, Underwood, Debonay, Walter, Massey, McCoy, Mattingly, Luther, Radoons, Campbell, and Weeks. Those are your top 12 cars as we come down with 2 to go.
You see Benjamin Turbeville, Stephen Turbeville, and Tony Hobbs. They're on the outside looking in. The Turbevilles are battling back there, but that's just for bragging rights between the cousins. As Peacock, Augustine, Underwood, Depine, they're battling up here in the top 4. And you see the top 4 are pulling away, white flag in the air.
They'll work them on down into turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Mike Augustine, Josh Peacock, Ryan Underwood, and Blake Debonay. Those are your top 4 coming to the checkered flag. It is up, it is out. We've got qualifying in the books. So we'll take a look at your 12 cars that are moving themselves into the A main tonight. For this afternoon here on a Super Sunday Fun Day on Ultimate Dirt TV for the street stocks. Augustine, Peacock, Underwood, Debonay, Massey, Walter, Mattingly, McCoy, Luther, Radoons, Weeks, and Campbell all moving to the A. So that's going to kick out a 2-minute warm-up session. While they kick into that, we're going to kick on out to commercial. You're watching World of Thunder Esports League here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Welcome back as it's feature time here at Limaland Motorsports Park for the Miller Family Trucking Dirt Street Stocks on season 12 of World of Thunder here on stop number 2 here at Limaland, and we are ready to go. Alex, been some good qualifying. And let's take a look at our starting lineup from the tail to the front. Starting 24th, David Campbell in the 91, and Brennan Weeks, the 22 to his outside or inside.
22nd, the 78, it's Stephen Radoons. Inside of him, the 26, Sage Luther starts 21st.
Starting 20th and 19th, it'll be Jacob McCoy in the 14. Into the inside, that is the 32 of Trevor Mattingly.
18th, Mid-South Dirt Slingers, 42, it's Matt Walter. Inside of him, the 17th spot, the 2, it's Jamie Massey.
Blake Devaney in the Wolf Racing 21 goes 16th. 15th goes the 46 of Ryan Underwood for Team VLR.
14th, the 60 from Bulletproof Racing, it's Josh Peacock. Inside, starting 13th, Mike Augustine.
Going to your 6th row outside, it'll be Dixon Slinger driving for Full Throttle Performance in the 51. And driving for the state of Texas, it's Garrett Marshall in the 789.
Corey Austin in the 92, starts 10th. Inside of him, Team ABCR, the 12, it's Alex Bergeron.
There we go. Jordan Gage, Mid-South Dirt Slinger 13. Also Mid-South Dirt Slingers. Fellow Western Iowa racer, it is Bill Miller in the 34.
6th, the 17. Last week's winner is Carl Kilgore. Inside of him, Dirt Panda, the 77. It's William Hargraves.
Going to row number 2 to the outside, it'll be Daniel Stifler in the 077. And it'll be Kyle Strait in the 18.
Davin Cardwell will start on the outside of row number 1. Inside on the pole, the 73, it's Stephen Moore.
There you go. There you have it. 24 cars set to go. Stephen Moore going to be your point leader or your point getter as they come off of turn number 4. Green flag comes out. We are set 40 laps of distance here at Limaland. Track going to slick off and change lanes on this one as it will be Stephen Moore, Davin Cardwell, and followed by Kyle Surratt there. Now they're going to go 2, 3, and maybe looking at the full 3 wide off of turn number 4.
Surratt, Stifler, and Hargraves? Yeah, Hargraves battling out here as they're trying to get up to that second place car. Stephen Moore goes to the inside of Davin Cardwell. Moore going to slide up, slide complete, but here comes Cardwell to the inside. They're drag racing through the start-finish line.
It'll be Davin Cardwell, your race leader, Stephen Moore in the number 2 spot. Kyle Strait right there. Stifler into the number 3 spot puts Kyle Surratt back to the 4th spot. Hargraves is 5. Look at this. They'll start slicing and dicing here. Your top 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions down into turn number 1.
Daniel Stifler in the 3rd spot. Here comes Surratt to the inside. They're battling side by side. Down the back straightaway. Stifler going to go to that top side. He's going to go to the middle, actually. As here we go. Here comes Carl Kilgore. He's battling with Hargraves. They're battling just like they were last week as they're battling for that 5th spot.
Down the back straightaway, Hargraves right back there. Kilgore has got to get on the button and pedal that bike a little harder if he wants to make his way to go back-to-back as he sits there in the number 6 spot as the 18 machine down on the bottom side. Is it still Steve Moore? Kyle Surratt battling there for 2 and 3. It'll be Stifler right in behind him. What a battle you've got for the number 2 spot.
As you see, Moore goes to the top, Surratt goes to the bottom. Surratt gets a heck of a run. Here comes Dan Stifler now. Surratt going to slide up. That kills some momentum for Stifler, but he's still side by side with Moore. You see Kilgore. They're side by side with Hargraves as the battles are on throughout this track already. Battle for the lead now. Cardwell, Surratt.
Cardwell and Surratt working it right back there. Like you said, Alex, it is Cardwell, your race leader. Into turn number 3 and 4, Davin Cardwell. Cardwell up there on the top side. Kyle Surratt right there. Stephen Moore, Carl Kilgore. Kilgore now into the 4th spot, working his way towards the top, trying to make a podium, trying to go back-to-back on wins here as they hustle down the back straightaway.
Davin Cardwell goes to the top side once more. He's looking comfortable up there and looking fast, but Surratt just as equally fast on the bottom side. Surratt going to go there. Here comes Cardwell using a slider there on the slick as they're side by side for the lead. Stephen Moore now comfortable in the 3rd spot, but here comes Carl Kilgore. He's in 4th, Hargraves in 5th.
down the back straightaway. Now down the front straightaway, got problems deeper in the field as the battle is on for the race lead. Cardwell, your leader. Kyle Surratt working number 2 spot. Now Surratt back to the race lead. Cardwell back to second. Stephen Moore to third. Stifler is 5. Stifler's under attack. They're working them off of turn number 4 still. Kyle Surratt in the 18 working the bottom of the racetrack.
And here comes that number 12 from Team ABR. It's Alex Bergeron. He's in the top 5 now, looking to get past Dan Stifler, but Stifler wasn't making it easy. Stifler going to go to the bottom of Bergeron once more, sliding up, trying to get some moisture, but Bergeron going to hold on to 4th, and the first caution of the A main is out on the raceway.
Caution on out, and whoa, that doesn't look good. Not sure the car that was in that wreck, but we'll see what happens. All I saw was steam coming from underneath. So it'll be Dixon Slinger. Watch the 51 car. Holy cow, they're 4 deep and beaten cheap down there. Then all of a sudden it's just, ooh, big shot there. And then I'm going to assume there was probably another shot afterwards that made the steam. Oh, no, it's a 91. It's always that guy running last. Here he comes. Hey, how you doing? Oh, man. Yeah. I don't care if it's outside racing or inside or virtual racing. The guy you got to watch for after you're sitting there stopped is the last guy on the track.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely...
Things are still steaming.
We're deadly people in the back. Green flag back out. Kyle Surratt. Your new what? Oh no! What? Oh, we're delayed here.
So waving to start off. Now we'll look for the green. Here we go. Green's up. Back underway.
So there goes Surratt to the inside. Cardwell up top. They're side by side. Look at them 3 wide. Cardwell, Bergeron, Moore. Here comes Bergeron to the top with Cardwell. Moore, Surratt, they're on the inside. And the real question is, can Alex Bergeron, he had a heck of a week last week, can he get his first win here in the street stocks? He's battling with Davin Cardwell, Stephen Moore. Here comes Kilgore and Stifler as well.
We'll see what happens. Of course, he had a podium finish last week. I believe he ran 3rd last. It was Sunday afternoon. Alex Bergeron in the streeters working on in. It'll be Kyle Surratt, Davin Cardwell, Alex Bergeron, Stephen Moore right back there. Now the 21, Carl Kilgore. Kilgore is going to throw his hat to the ring. We aren't even to the halfway point, and we have got a lot of racing left, and we've got a lot of people. We've got some people that can go moving, shaking, and chocolate cake bacon. So we'll see what happens down the back straightaway.
Davin Cardwell going to go to the top, trying to attack Kyle Surratt, who's looking comfortable around the bottom side. Here comes Stifler. Here comes Kilgore. Kilgore coming after last week's podium finisher with himself. It's Alex Bergeron, and here is Stifler now on the inside as well, Marshall.
Down the back straightaway, it will still be Kyle Surratt, Davin Cardwell, Alex Bergeron, Sean Kilgore, Carl Kilgore in the 17 as they continue to wage war in that top 5 down the back straightaway.
And then you see the 2 lines of racing. There's the bottom side, there's the top side, Bergeron on the top, and Kilgore on the bottom. They're side by side going at it now. Here comes Dan Stifler. Hargraves, they're 3 wide with Marshall now as the battle out in this top 10. They have been on, and one person to look out here, Sage Luther. He's in 11th right now. He's up 10 spots.
Down the front straightaway. It is at 71 of Hargraves moving up on the top of the racetrack. The blue 70, or the pink, black, and purple 71. The other 71 down to the bottom side, I believe that is Stifler. Stifler downstairs as they battle down the front straightaway.
Hargraves running that top side, and we got another caution on the raceway.
Boo, caution.
Second caution, we're just we just hit halfway here with the second caution coming out, and it's Ryan Underwood there, Surratt. Not Surratt, sorry, Depinay. And Depinay going to throw a haymaker. Oh, it's not even Trevor Mattingly going to catch the back of Underwood there.
So cars involved and chaos ensued down there in turn number 4 as...
Oh, it's not even. It's not Mattingly.
Two car. It's the white
there.
two. See, it happens right here. Jamie Massey goes in there and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" He's like, "Hey, watch this. I'm gonna show you this cool trick I learned. I saw it in a heat race earlier. I'm gonna slide on up, and as I do, I'm gonna be, oh no, there's a car there. Oh, hang on, we're in trouble. Now what do I do? Oh, you just tuck and roll."
So as you see, Underwood got slid by Depine in front. Underwood checks up a little bit, and then, well, Massey had nowhere to go throwing his own slider, and just let a little bit of chaos ensue. But pace truck off, and we're back under green flag as, oh, no, wait, oh, there we go. And it was a little bit of a bunched up start there. Surratt goes right back to the bottom here, and here comes Cardwell, here comes Kilgore, here comes Bergeron. They're 3 wide.
We'll see what happens. I believe they were racking them up deeper in the field. We'll see if this one stays clean and green. Down the front straightaway, you have got a wing-dang-doodle of a show up front. It is Surratt, Cardwell, Bergeron. Now Bergeron to the number 2 spot. Davin Cardwell back to 3rd. Watch him around the outside. Cardwell, Bergeron. There's contact. We got trouble down into turn number 3 as Kilgore about got turned headway into the wall, and he's getting beat like a pinball. Caution, and man, it is getting rough. We'll see what our caution.
But it looks like
they're getting
Kilgore going to hold on to that spot there because it wasn't him in the caution, so he gets his spots back. But here's Matt Walter, the 3 wide, and we're just going to come in a little bit of hot there, and
There's going to run into the pace truck. So they go and zing, and around they go, and there's plenty of room there between the pace truck and that front bumper. Yeah, the pace truck guy was just like, "Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. That's where I park." He's like, "Hey, don't mind me. Just me and Bernie sitting down here. Bernie Sanders sitting down there in the infield." Off of turn number 4, Kyle Surratt going green flag, Davin Cardwell, Alex Bergeron, and Carl Kilgore top 4.
As you see Surratt there, here comes a battle between Bergeron and Cardwell, but Cardwell gets a heck of a run there as, oh man, Bergeron, watch out, we're getting a parking lot in turn 3 and 4.
You got the big one, as I believe Bergeron may have got turned on that one. And as it did, the racetrack narrowed and everybody ran her in there. So we'll see what happens here. Kilgore just... I'm going to say Kilgore used the rear bumper as brakes of the 12 machine of Bergeron. And so we got 1, 2... pretty much the back from about 6th on back involved in one way or another in that wreck. So I would have to imagine we're going to see Kilgore with an ELO.
Yep, there he goes.
There he goes to the end of the longest line. So guys that were podium finishers last week are going to be, well, not podium finishers this week unless some miracles and things happen. But Hargraves, he's sitting right there. Then you see Surratt in the number 1 spot. Cardwell 2nd. Getting ready to look for the green. Green's out. Here we go. Not the Bang Bang feature at Weaverville, but this is Dirt Street Stocks here at Limaland.
Green flag out. Look at Jacob McCoy. He's in the 5th spot. He's up 15 spots. Think about that for a second. This star-studded field, he's up 15 spots into the top 5 right now, looking at Hargraves, Stifler. Hargraves in 3rd right now. He's following suit of Cardwell, as Surratt will not move from that bottom side, though.
It'll be Surratt, Cardwell, Hargraves, Stifler, McCoy. Look at this. Yellow's back out. Caution coming out. So trying to find the replay of the caution. So Bill Miller involved in this one here on your instant replay. So Bergeron get a little crossed up behind him. Excuse me. Oh, Ryan Underwood flexing the front bumper. They're getting aggressive tonight.
So now, we didn't see the desperation he imposed throughout that C and B main. But now you're seeing the desperation coming in the feature. I mean,
I don't know, Alan.
You're getting points already for making 24-car field. You're getting the points. I don't know why you're getting so desperate in week 2.
I don't know that it's called desperation other than just not, just driving dirty. That's the way I see it. Use your bumper to stay out of their bumper and just race them on around. Sit in the Battle to Barn go-kart racing. This is Stock Cars Outdoors on Limaland here on iRacing. So we'll see if they can clean this thing up. I'm sure Race Control's chatting with them. But it's Surratt, Cardwell, Hargraves, Stifler, your top 4.
And the battles are on throughout the field. You see Stifler, he's in the top 4. Jordan Gage, Jacob McCoy, both of them are battling out here. As McCoy, like we said, he is moving up through this field. He's in that 6th spot now, as there's just battle throughout. I can't even keep up with all the movement.
As they work on down the back straightaway, it is still Surratt up front, Hargraves, Cardwell, Stifler, Gage, McCoy, your top 6. They'll race on down the back straightaway, the 71 machine. Oh, there's contact. Him and the 101 Cardwell got together as they race him down the front straightaway. They're still now back to the caution, so I'm not sure. Caution's working on around. See what it was for. So caution out. I do know there was contact between your front runners down the back straightaway. Not sure if that's what brought out this latest caution. As Cardwell let her slide up there. Hargraves come across. A little bit of romance and loving applied, and then Cardwell just, instead of just keeping the car moving, Cardwell decides to loop it down there and come to a stop in the bottom of turn number 3 and 4, and Alex Bergeron had nowhere to go but to plant it. So hopefully, knock on wood, we can get these last 9 laps in without anybody beating and banging and just get the green flag runs as a racetrack changing and slicking over. Kyle Surratt, William Hargraves, and Daniel Stifler, your top 3.
Surratt goes to the bottom, Hargraves up top. As you see, a lot of cars going to that bottom, trying to see where the moisture is. Surratt, though, he's been comfortable. He's going to miss his line there going into turn 1 and 2. Goes a little too high. He still gets a run off the bottom, though. He's going to pull away from Hargraves and Stifler. But here they come. They're closing in. Hargraves up top. Work 3 wide for second.
Down the front straightaway, still Surratt, Hargraves, Stifler, Gage, McCoy. That's your top 5. This one's going to come down to the end. 6 remaining down the back straightaway. Still that 71 machine right there working on the bottom. It is still Jordan Gage. Gage and the 71 of Stifler working each other. The 14 of Jacob McCoy back there also. Bergeron's raced his way back up to the 9th spot.
As you see Alex Bergeron moving his way up through the field, he's battling in the top 10. So is Carl Kilgore. As those two got into it before, they're sitting 9th and 10th. And guess what we got? Yet another caution.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Yes, Alex's fault. He's the one that said there was a caution. So we'll see what happens in front of Alex Bergeron, that is, and the 72 of Mike Augustine goes in there, and yes, so apparently, Alex, the object tonight is to use the front bumper as much as you can.
Look, I think they've been thinking about bang bangers a little too much and thinking they can bang each other, but it's not working.
No, it works. It works. You spin the guy out, but then you go to the end of the longest line. I mean, it's only week 2. mean, there has to be a time when you have to just be like, hey, let's just. And it's right now because we're just going to race these next 3 laps in, and then our Super Sunday Dirt Street Stock Extravaganza will be finished on up. So here we go. It'll be Kyle Surratt, William Hargraves, Daniel Stifler, your top 3 down the front straightaway with 4 to go.
Kyle Surratt goes to the inside line once more as he's just been sitting there all night long, and he's looked comfortable as you see Hargraves on the top side. Dan Stifler now battling with Jordan Gage. They're side by side as Hargraves trying to make a run at Surratt, but Surratt on that bottom side just looks too strong as of right now as Stifler has company with Gage and McCoy.
Gage is right there. Stifler in the number 3 spot. He is the bottom side of the podium. Jordan Gage would like to make his way into there as they work him on down. There's 2 laps to go. Still Kyle Surratt, your race leader. Surratt on out front. Hargraves working second. Now Hargraves is going to come to the bottom. Or the White Castle's going to be served. We'll find out. That top is pretty quick as you see it with the white flag out and 1 to go.
Kyle Surratt out in front. You see the battle for third between Gage and Stifler. Hargraves has one more chance. Will he try and make a move? No, Surratt going to block the top side from him. Hargraves trying to duck, but it's going to be Kyle Surratt taking home the feature win here at Limaland. Hargraves gains second, and it looks like Jordan Gage going to come home in that 3rd spot.
Jordan Gage comes up right there at the end to move it on into the number 3 spot. And that's going to wrap it up. Kyle Surratt, Kyle Hargraves, and Jordan Gage. We will chat with them after a quick break, but let's run down your 4th and 5th place finishers as Daniel Stifler and Jacob McCoy.
Blake Depanay going home in 6th. Garrett Marshall in 7th. Alex Bergeron 8th. Trevor Mattingly 9th. And Carl Kilgore. That's your top 10.
Then we'll see Brandon Weeks, Dixon Slinger, Jamie Massey, then Ryan Underwood, and Matt Walter through 15th.
Davin Cardwell going to come home in 16th. Stephen Radunes in 17th. Corey Austin, Sage Luther, and Bill Miller. That's your top 20.
Then we go 21 through 24. Augustine, Moore, Peacock, and Campbell. So getting ready to... we're going to go straight on into our interviews, and I believe we're going to bring our winner in first off. And taking a look here, Kyle Surratt. Kyle, you just had to put together that great qualifying run, get through that heat race, and it was pretty well lights out for the feature.
Yeah, kind of had a little bit of a scare there at the end. The little tack strip I was running at the bottom seemed to go away, and Hargraves started to get a run on me, so I just had to go up there and finish out the last couple laps there. Luckily, we was able to bring it home.
You bet. Get to the top and just let that thing eat and protect that slider if it was coming. So walk us through that 40 laps. You just kind of had to, like you said, hit your marks as the racetrack had some grip to the top and had some grip to the bottom, but it kind of slicked off right there in the middle, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I know that, World of Thunder, the way they like to, run their racetracks during the day, and I knew it was going to slick off, so I just built a little something, that had a good bite coming off the corner, because I know that a lot of guys like to run the top here, like Davin was, and I figured I'd try and build something that was better down low than it was just riding, up top and instead of trying to throw bomb sliders on people and stuff. So, it was pretty drivable for me. As long as that tack strip was there, I had really good launch off the corner. And like I said, there at the end of the race there, after that last restart, I noticed that Hargraves was gaining on me pretty good there. So just had to go up there and secure the win for myself.
There you go. Speaking of securing, you've secured some great sponsors and friends that help you on the car. Who do you want to thank for the win today?
Most importantly, myself, because this deal wouldn't be possible without all the money that I've spent on it. I also like to thank all my teammates at Bulletproof Motorsports, Josh Peacock at JP Designs for putting this badass wrap on the car. I got TNT Auto Source on the car. They've been on since day one. Also like to thank Steve, for putting on the Street Stock League for us, and you guys for putting on this broadcast. All
right. Well, great job as we go to our second different winner in Air Dirt Street Stocks with Kyle Surratt picking up the win. And Alex, you found William Hargraves.
Coming home in second, William Hargraves in that Dirt Panda machine. Will, another good run for you and another strong running around the top side for you tonight.
Yeah, it was that's where I had to be to make my car work the way I needed to, I guess. There definitely some competitive racing going on for sure, and it's hard to pass on a short track, so to be able to finish second, we'll take it for sure. Good run to Kyle.
And I mean, you were battling with some familiar foes. You had Jordan Gage, Dan Stifler, Carl Kilgore up there at once. Then some unfamiliar foes in Alex Bergeron and Davin Cardwell. So what was the plan when you knew you had to go around that top side and you saw cars in front of you? Did you just be patient about it, or were you thinking about attacking sooner?
No, I was like I said, I knew I pretty much had to be up on the top, so I was basically just riding. A couple times I tried to go down on the bottom, and car just didn't really like it much. So I was just riding as much as I could, really. I mean, where we finished is where we finished. So like I said, to finish second is plenty good.
Well, with a strong car, strong setup, you got to have a good crew behind you and some good sponsors. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to start off by thanking you guys for doing the broadcast and the WOTL for putting this on for us guys to racing, and my Dirt Panda Racing teammates, Viv's Liquor, Triple H Builders, and Malum Electric.
Well, congratulations. That is your second place finisher of William Hargraves. Jerry, you're with our third place finisher, Jordan Gage.
Jordan Gage making the podium. Got to feel good.
Oh, yeah, especially when the car was pretty torn up tonight. So I think we're as far back as 22nd at one time. So to come up with the third place finish at the end of the night is pretty good.
Yeah, you got kind of reeled in a couple of those unneeded incidences throughout this feature. As everybody kind of getting through there, you had to watch out. Everybody's getting a little rough back there deep in the field, weren't they?
Oh, yeah, that's typical, bullring style racing. Everyone's, leaning on everyone. So you got to keep a level head and just go about the race and plan for those last 5 laps and try to shoot a hole somewhere.
There you go. Who do you want to thank for the trip to third place tonight?
I got to thank UDTV for the broadcast, Steven and all the sponsors for putting the World of Thunder Racing League on, and Mid-South Dirt Slingers, PPR, Dirt Slinger Wraps, and that's about it. All
right, Jordan Gage coming home in the third spot. So we're going to take a short break, and we're going to head into 410 Sprint Cars coming up next here on this Super Sunday Fun Day here on Ultimate Dirt TV, as the Miller Family Trucking Dirt Street Stocks see our second different winner in 2 weeks. Kyle Surratt wins round number 2, and that will that'll make for a good, interesting points battle coming into next Sunday, Alex.
Oh, yeah, and as you see, though, Surratt pulls an upset here tonight, just like Kilgore did. And the real question is, with Alex Bergeron finishing in 8th, what's in store for him? Can he pull out a win next week? Well, you're going to have to tune in and watch here at 4 o'clock next Sunday.
Yes, you will. So from the entire staff here at the Ultimate Dirt TV, of course, the gang over at World of Thunder Esports League and our great sponsors of the series, the Miller Family Trucking, it's been our pleasure bringing you each and every lap of Dirt Street Stocks here at Limaland. Like we said, show number 2 coming up in, I believe, about a half hour here on Ultimate Dirt TV with the dirtfans.com 410 Sprint Cars, as we will bid you a fair goodwill, and we will see you back here shortly. So from all of us to all of you, have a safe trip home. Be good. God bless. Good night, everybody.